Hey, do you like Golden Axe? Sure you do, it's one of the best arcade beat-em-ups ever made, with an iconic Sega Mega Drive port. And in fact, as we all know, the best way to play Golden Axe is either in the arcades or Sega Genesis, right? Well, what if I told you the DOS port of Golden Axe might just be the best thing ever? Yes, I'm serious. At first glance, this looks like a straight port of the Mega Drive version, except that it's missing some animation frames. And it also has some frame rate issues when it has too many enemies on screen. And the music is also not as good. But now, here's the thing. If you go to the games folder, you can see a list of every in-game sprite. So now, for example, let's say that you take an enemy sprite and rename it to Gilius Thunderbeard's sprite name. Can you guess what's going to happen? Well, if you said that you can now play as the enemy, you would be correct. Yes, he's fully controllable and you can do anything you want. Sadly, doing this will create some issues, as whichever new sprite you added is also cloned on the screen and you can't get rid of it. But hey, whatever. We can look past that. Now, some of my longtime viewers might remember that I previously covered this topic back in 2017. It looks like a port of the Sega Genesis version, except the graphics, sound and scrolling were all downgraded a bit. Aww, look at little Stika trying his best. You go, Stika, I believe in you. But yeah, looking back, I feel I could have made the video better, so here I am. Anyway, it turns out that this folder has all of the game sprites, so you know what that means. Let's have some fun. Okay, so like I said, you can play as the enemies and they generally control fine. Except their hit detection and combos are a bit iffy. So while it's possible to use them, it's not really that fun. But you know what? That's weak stuff, we can do better, so let's try the bosses. Yes, that's right. Whether it's the Knights or the Bad Brothers, you can play as the bosses and it's fine, I guess. I mean, their sprites are so large that it's too easy to get hit. Also, you gotta love what happens when you start riding beasts. Yeah, pretty sure that this is not what the developers had in mind when porting the game. And not gonna lie, this is actually pretty damn fun. But you know what? That's weak stuff. We can do better. I mean, why am I only changing the player character? I can literally change anything I want. So how about I play as the final boss and turn all my enemies into the game's main characters? Oh yeah, now this is more like it. It's also kinda cool seeing the final boss in purple. Never saw that before. Okay, I keep getting my ass kicked, so let's try something else. Now I'm a dragon. And now I'm a dragon and ha! Look at that! The enemy is literally riding Tyrus Flare, and she still shoots fireballs. The cool thing about being a dragon is that I don't have any hit detection, so the enemies cannot hit or damage me. Yeah, you keep shooting those fireballs, meanwhile I'm gonna take a nap. Wait, fireballs? You know what? We can still do better. Now I'm a dragon again. And now I'm a dragon riding a dragon. And now I'm a dragon riding a dragon that shoots other dragons. Man, just look at this insanity! There are so many dragons on screen right now that the game is slowing down to a crawl. Now I'm Tyrus Flare. And now I'm Tyrus Flare riding another Tyrus Flare. And now I'm Tyrus Flare riding another Tyrus Flare that shoots other Tyrus's flares. Okay, let me stop you right there and remind you that this is an official Sega release, and all I did was change the name of a few files. But you know what? We can still do better! How about a thief that drops dragons? How about a potion that drops thieves? How about a piece of meat that drops potions? And how about a potion that drops campfires? How about a dragon that shoots meat? Hey, you know that fireplace at the end of each level? Now it's a dragon! And now I'm a dragon riding a chicken leg. How about I turn my enemies into pieces of meat? How about I turn myself into a piece of meat? And now, I'm a piece of meat fighting other pieces of meat. Just look at us jumping all over. Sadly though, it seems that we can't damage ourselves.
Oh man, this is just incredible. But you know what? We can still do better.
Hey, how about I try playing as a villager? You know, the villagers that are always running away. Oh my god, look at how tiny I am. I'm so tiny, it's adorable. And look at that walk cycle. Run, little guy, run. Sadly though, I have no means of attack, but I can jump though. What if I try playing as a king and queen? And the game just crashed. Okay, let's try something else then. So there's also a bunch of files here that say old map and title, likely referring to the map in the cutscenes and the game's title screens. So of course I'm gonna go and try and play as the Golden Axe logo. But sadly, it seems that we have finally hit the engine's limit. Unless, that is, I turn them into your summoning magic. Yeah, remember these? We can change these too. Let's see what happens if instead of summoning lightning or a dragon, we summon a map. Okay, that is pretty damn awesome. Okay, now, what if we try to kill enemies using the Golden Axe logo? Oh my god, this is so much better than anything I could have hoped for. And I just love how the logo animation changes slightly for each character too. Okay, now what about the Sega logo? I am having so much fun right now. Okay, gotta calm down. So this one worked fine for Tiris and X-Battler. But when I tried it with Gilius Thunderbeard, this happened. I think we finally hit the limitations of the engine. I mean, I can still control Gilius, but I was now stuck. But yeah, I think I've reached the limits of what I can do in this game. But honestly, this is so fun and easy to do that I just had to remake this video. Because, I don't know about you, but playing Golden Axe as a chicken leg, riding a villager that shoots final bosses, just brings a smile to my face. And I'm guessing it does the same to you as well. Seriously, John and Ken Sanderson, I don't know who you guys are, but you magnificent bastards! You guys made the best Golden Axe port there ever was. So go and track down a copy, fire up that DOS box, and trust me, it's worth it. Hey everyone, thank you for watching Stika's Retro Corner. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell and share this video. All that fun social media stuff. And you can also support me on Patreon. It may not seem like it, but even $1 is a really big help in keeping this channel going. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Bye!